Okay, let me do the math then.
Do the math. Use your movements to get
2,
forward,
3,
and then
4, 5, 6, 7,
If you come to where I am, you can do it.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need to move 6 spaces forward.
Yep. So you'd be right next to me.
Yeah,
now you're in.
boom.
Okay, go ahead and roll the damage for the wall of fire. Facing inward or outward?
It's going to be facing towards the trees.
Towards the trees, okay.
Outward, I guess. Looking for my other d8s. There they are.
One of those is 2 of those are 10s.
Yeah, good job.
Fucking hell. What does a d8 look like?
It has 8 sides. Listen, I color-coded all the dice where I loaded them in the bags. Y'all are the ones who take them out and change the colors after the fact.
I only changed mine to orange, so I know which one is mine, and I only do that with her D20.
And I made mine pink.
Uh, 12, 15, 20 plus 8 is 28.
28?
Plus 5 is 33.
33? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this whole everyone taking their die and color coding them thing really throws me off.
Says the man who changes all his dice to metal.
Hey, you guys wanna go back to normal? I will do it.
I'm cool either way.
I
have a simple dice set, so.
And the wall of fire erupts, and it's now Arik's turn.
At one point, I was making 3 different sets of color-coded dice so I could roll them all at the same time, but...
3,
See, that makes sense.
4, 5.
They're all colored already.
I'm just saying, I solved this problem before the first session of this game.
Is there any way that you could just increase the number of dice in each of the bags?
Yeah, I guess, but I haven't done that
Everyone
yet.
I see, including Fred, I'm casting Prayer of Healing again, but I'm casting it as a level 3 spell.
Level 3, okay. So you can see Fred, Khalil, both the bad guys are behind an opaque wall of fire. Eldove and Tarin easily.
Right,
And can you see Orphan?
I doubt it.
No,
Standing
I'm
on a
off in the
rock,
darkness,
that's
I
just pretty
think.
far away.
And you don't have dark vision, do you?
What's your passive perception?
Passive perception
17.
is
You
17.
can well, what's the range on the spell? Is she even within the range of the spell, or is it just infinite range?
Range of the spell is... Pull up the notes. 30 feet!
Oh, so yeah, she's way out of the range anyway. So you're only going to get yourself, Fred, and Khalil.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's okay. I'm hitting Fred, which is the most important thing.
Yes, that is definitely important.
Khalil and I are just bonus.
Fred is 1 death save away from actual death.
Nodal, take a look at the mumble chat because if nobody was paying attention to chat, then we would have missed out on that beautiful fan art.
11.
That's some awesome quick fan art.
11 plus 7, 8. The 3 of us get 18 hit points.
18? Okay.
Yeah.
That's accurate, yeah.
Then I guess I have to look at this fan art here. What's going on?
Mumble.
Who's responsible for that?
was that
Bravo.
Dada?
Magistrar is...
That looks like Dada.
Yeah, Magistrar's fan art.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Magistrar. That was
love it.
amazing.
I love it.
This is great.
That's accurate to my experience.
The problem is in the fan art he's only throwing 1 scorching ray, where in the game he threw 55 or whatever. So
No, each scorching ray is one of these lines.
Oh, I got
Scorching
you.
Ray is a
Gotcha.
point of light.
Gotcha.
So-
That's really good. Good job. Alright. So yeah, they regain hit points, and Fred, you see him kind of come around and start to pick himself up off the ground, which is good, because like I said, he was literally 1 failure away from actually dying.
And I was gonna flip the table for real if we ended up losing Fred.
I have Revivify. He would have been
So
fine.
how much healings do I get? So how much healings was that?
It was 18.
7 to 18.
Because Fred has 18 hit points now.
Ah. Okay.
Oh shit, no, I need diamonds. I need diamonds.
For
to
Revivify, yeah.
Fuck, I need to get me some diamonds. Shit.
Well, then dig down to layer 15 and just start digging around.
Orphan.
Yeah.
9 points of damage.
Yikes. Okay. Wait, was this a missile?
Nope, it was a short sword.
Oh, dang.
It was a guy right here, right next to you, hidden with
I
a
didn't see him.
hidden with a 19 stealth. Steps out of the bushes and just stabs you with this short sword.
Zook, I hope you're taking fucking notes.
I know, for real. I'm kind of envious here.
But he had to leave cover in order to get the attack off.
So you said 9 damage?
9 damage, which that's including his sneak attack, so low roll.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Man, no, see, he needs to take notes from me when it comes to sneak attack.
Zook.
Can I ask, Orphan, do you shout when you get stabbed by a short sword?
I mean, it's reasonable to assume so, but where are you? Like,
I'm
not
over
sure
here.
I'm not sure you could see this guy because of this rock.
No, he's got full cover from Zook. He's behind the rock. Orphan, you can see him now because you're standing on top of the rock.
So I'm going to
Right.
roll perception to see that guy.
No, he's not
no,
in cover
you know where
anymore.
he is.
If
You
you
can't.
have line of sight on him, you'll be able to see him. But you know Orphan
You
just got
know
stabbed
he's
with
there,
something.
You just can't see him.
Yeah, you just can't get
You just
a little
can't-
shot
you just
off
can't.
because the rock's in the way.
Right, I'm saying if I run in that direction, because...
Yeah,
Oh,
you'll
yeah.
see him.
Yeah, okay, that's what I was asking. 1, 2... I got a range of 80 on my bow, so I can do... And,
Probably want to be like over here.
And I'm going to say he's got half cover from the rock. Unless you fire, like you have to get right up on him because he's got rocks on either side of him here.
And that's just reduces the damage?
No,
It's plus 2 AC, I think.
yeah, plus
Oh,
2 to
plus
his
2.
AC, and then 3/4 cover would be
Shouldn't
plus
be
5.
1, 2,
Yeah.
No, it shouldn't be a big deal. It's just that's what's happening now.
Wait, full cover is only plus 5? So, like, what is he doing? Like, shooting the bolt up right into the fucking sky and then
No.
falls down and hits him in the head?
3/4 cover is plus 5.
Full
Full,
cover.
full
okay.
cover you can't hit at all with a ranged
Yeah,
attack.
3/4 is an arrow slit.
Oh, okay, I get it now.
Yeah, he's got half because this rock is not very large.
Alright,
Which is
I
why he
can
doesn't
move
have full
to
cover.
about here?
You'd have to move somewhere onto this column so you can get him straight on to shoot over the rock and get him.
Okay, I mean, I can do that because I have climbing over this rock, so I can kind of scamper over it to about here.
Yeah, absolutely.
With my bonus, and I say, hey, take a shot.
And
at this
you
guy.
do see the guy, and he's still kind of crouched on the ground. He's retreating back behind his rock, but you do have not a clear shot, but you do have a shot.
Because I mean, Zook sees other dudes are behind fire, and he's just like, okay, I'm gonna take a shot at the guy who's here.
And that will very clearly hit. That's fine.
And that's a sneak attack. He has an ally next to him.
Oh yeah,
He does.
Yeah, I know.
Just engage me.
So, base is what is my bonus on short bow nowadays?
What's your sneak attack die? 1d6? That doesn't seem right.
No, that's my
He's-
base attack. So my
He's
base
about to
attack
roll it.
is that's 7. Let me just write this down because I'm gonna forget what I did. 7 plus, and my sneak attack is up to 5d6.
He's about to fart a whole bunch of d6s on this guy.
Yeah, that's why I said, ooh, hey, a guy standing next to a guy, I will shoot this guy in the face. Come on, grab.
Eldove is always a fan of rolling a bunch of d6s.
5, 10, 13, 14, 18. So 17 plus 18 is 25.
25 total?
Yeah.
Y'all are not gonna let me get a hit in on the session, are you?
You had your chance. You decided to run away.
You had all the enemies to yourself.
Yeah.
Orphan. You take this glancing blow from this short sword, where this assassin was crouched next to a rock, and you see he looks more scared than anything. He looks more frightened, like he wasn't expecting to be discovered that easily. And as soon as he stabs you and he starts to retreat back to his position, he catches an arrow in his upper chest, and he grunts out loud in pain.
And Eldove, how do you like it, fucker?
And Fred gets to move now.
Fred probably wants to do something to make him feel better.
Cast Mage Hand as a free action to give a high five.
Fred retreats back behind this rock here
Why?
because he doesn't want to get shot again.
There's a wall
But-
of fire between him and the enemies.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's okay.
As far as Fred knows.
Eldove releases the wall of fire.
He casts Cure Wounds on himself because he's still friggin' hurt.
Coward.
Poor Fred. Why does he even hang out with us?
Orphan.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
gonna
this guy's
gonna run away again?
having a bad day.
You're about to wreck this guy's day, huh?
Hadouken this motherfucker.
So Orphan, she jumps off the rock, ready to attack.
Okay.
Let's see here.
You don't spinning kick off the rock?
Yeah, you
That
don't
might-
pull
it
like
might
freaking
happen.
Dr.
We'll
Doom
see.
and go foot dive.
We'll see.
Dive kick.
Yeah,
Let's see.
dive.
So that's a 15,
That hits.
Gonna use YOLO
Okay.
Gem here.
and then the second attack is that also hits. So
Okay.
I'll roll 2d6s.
Vector calculus.
That's an 8 and a 6, 14 damage.
Okay. So you just letting into him with a spinning back kick, and you hear something snap. One of his bones breaks as you kick him back over this rock behind him, and his spine breaks in half. And
Oh,
he
should we be trying to take one of these guys alive?
very
By the
much
way?
stops moving.
Did he?
I like how
did-
you think about that after we've incinerated one dude, or more like 3 dudes.
Well, it's up
and
it's
then-
up to Orphan if she wants the kick to be lethal or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's not.
It's not. Then, no, I mean, you kick him over this rock, and you hear something loud break in his back when he drops onto this sharp rock. But he's breathing very weakly when he falls over backwards.
Hey guys, let's put one of these people in the hull of our ship for about 3 sessions.
I like that idea.
It's already occupied.
Listen,
Tarin,
I know a guy. I can get us into an arena fight.
Tarin,
Ugh.
Tarin.
I'm moving.
Okay.
Move to there, ready in action. That if I can see a assassin, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast him.
You can see one from right where you're at.
That's not conscious.
Okay. That's
See
not
one who's
conscious?
not-
He's not
I'm sorry,
conscious.
that is conscious.
That is conscious. If you see a conscious assassin, you're an Eldritch Blast. Okay. Khalil.
Move up over here. Perception to look for more dudes.
Okay, go ahead and roll it. Go ahead and roll 2 dice.
That is a 23, and the other die is a 9.
You see no assassins.
Well, that's balls. Okay.
Eldove.
What assassins can I see?
None. I mean, you can see the unconscious one up here. That's it.
Eldove releases the wall of fire.
Go ahead and erase it.
Sorry, Fred.
Are they dead?
And when he releases the wall of fire, there is no sign of them.
No
He
sign of
sends his bird out to go look for them.
Okay, perception for the bird. Go ahead and roll 2 d20s so I can determine.
Alright, the first one is if it's by itself. Oh, okay, so yeah. 24.
24?
It's always, yeah. Either way, it's 24, because that was the first one.
Okay, you do not see any assassins. The hawk makes a big
Okay.
circle around the clearing, and you don't see anybody.
Alright.
Arik.
I let Destil know. Then I'm gonna walk into the middle of the clearing and go see you.
I can cast a spell at a higher level, even if there's no bonus for doing so, right?
Yeah, if you want.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
I don't know why you'd want to do that.
You burnt out the spell slots and you needed to cast it
Oh,
at the base
yeah.
level.
Yeah,
Yep.
like I'm out of level 2 spell slots, but a whole fuck ton of us are poisoned, so...
Yes, Tarin is poisoned, you're poisoned, and Zook is poisoned.
I mean, Tarin's still.
Oh, and Fred is
25
poisoned as well.
Yeah, I
Tarin's
was
got
about to ask.
25 temp
If
HP,
Fred
so
took like 2 crossbow bolts, 1 to the neck.
Yeah, Fred is very much poisoned.
Does your poison thing do AoE or?
No, it's touch, so... I gotta touch 3 of you motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah.
Gross.
Hot.
Cure wounds on Fred.
Cure wounds?
Yeah, just regular level 1.
Okay.
So... 11.
Fred
All right.
appreciates cure wounds.
He's almost back to full hit points now.
Good.
Keep in mind, Fred's only level 6, guys. He's much
Yeah,
lower
yeah.
level than y'all now.
He hasn't seen nearly as much combat as us. We keep dragging him to this shit.
Zook.
I'm going to direction toward this daylight area. I think I can get to about. Well, I could get there if the dice wasn't in the way.
You can move the die. The die is not locked down.
Yeah, and then I'm just going to do perception because we're still in the niche, so
Yep.
I'm thinking there must be something going on.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that your character's reasoning?
Huh?
We're still in initiative order, so must be something going on.
Well, there's two that got away or
Well,
are hiding again.
Yeah, those two. I'm thinking. I mean, I'm thinking my character's thinking they're in the bushes, not that they just fled.
Got
or whatever.
incinerated.
I mean, they might have run away, but that's why
Well,
I'm
there
running in
might
this
be-
direction too.
There might be corpses in the bushes.
There could be. Anyways, so that's a bad perception.
And
That's
you
2
saw
plus.
nothing. Fred, thanks Eric for the assistance.
Well, it is 18 because I have double bonus. Or no, not 18. It's 12.
Then no, not good enough. And Fred's holding his bow, and he looks at Eric. This is what now?
Wait, what?
Fred's asking you what now?
He's taking cues from you now, man.
Well, he just happened to be standing next to him.
Keep your eyes out and see whether or not the assassins are still about.
He nods and he looks over in the bushes where the wall of fire was a moment ago. Moves over to investigate. Orphan.
Orphan's gonna call out to Khalil.
Okay.
Say that I need you to tie up this guy over here. We got a live one.
Oh, Khalil loves tying up the men's.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Orphan's going to let's see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Go over here and do a perception check.
Okay.
Khalil doesn't have manacles. There's always a player character that wants a pair of manacles, and in this
Rolls
group-
another one.
Oh, he's got,
Khalil
he's
does
got
have
some.
manacles.
And you see
Second
nothing.
one of the perception rolls.
Like I said, always.
We can go ahead and leave initiative now. You guys let the other two get away. So what happens next?
Did you see my IM, Burke?
I did not. Let me check that, and then we're going to do poison
Jesus
checks
Christ.
again. Oh my
Is
god,
that
I
a fucking
got...
banana?
Here we go, banana time.
Oh,
Ring, 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 ring.
Fucking
ring,
monster.
I thought there was no more bananas until this thing was over.
Well, we're running low, because he said
That
he wasn't
was-
going to restore our bananas until this
Yeah, I
thing's
haven't.
over.
I mean, that banana's been sitting in my inventory for.
Oh yeah,
months.
nobody gets a banana until this adventure ends. So if you guys don't wrap up this adventure tonight, then we're going to be really low on bananas for a while.
I still have a banana, you guys, so don't worry. I'm
I was
not too
concerned.
worried. Whatever. I mean,
Everybody who's poisoned.
yes.
Tarin,
Still dog.
7 damage.
Temp HP.
Arik, 3 damage. Zook, 6 damage. And Fred took more than all of you.
What's the fort save DC?
It's a Constitution save, DC 16.
Does Fred know?
So
what's
Fred
the
is fine
restoration?
now.
Tarin is fine now.
Tarin is fine.
Yep.
Duke is not fine.
Zook's not fine. What about Arik?
What do I need to hit?
16.
16.
Nope, I'm not fine. But I'm going to cast Lesser Restoration on myself. One of the effects is cures poison.
That cleanses the poison? Okay. And then Zook is the only one who's poisoned, so if you get to him in the next minute, he'll be fine too without having to take more damage. So what happens next?
I gently
Eldove is
caress
checking
Zook
the bodies
and
to see
heal
if they
him
have
of his
anything
poison.
and to see who they are.
Well, one of them's friggin' incinerated. So he has nothing.
Other than that fucker.
Yeah.
Did you get that, Zook?
What's that?
I gently caress you and get rid of the poison.
Oh, that's good.
Oh,
That's
that's
good
hot.
stuff.
That's hot.
Wait, are you rubbing the poison out of his body?
Oh yeah.
Does that leave a fishy after smell? Like all your other spells?
Of course it does.
Sure, why not?
Give me-
fishy caress.
2 minutes, guys. I gotta do some banana planning over here.
God.
It
What have you done?
happened.
Or as they call it,
I need a
bananing.
rest.
It
I
keeps
need a
happening.
rest. Holy fuck, I need a rest.
Yeah,
I don't. I can incinerate like 15 more guys.
Eldove,
Okay, you know what?
you walk over to
You
this
do that.
body here, the one next to you here, and searching around, you pull a piece of parchment out of his pack, and you open it up, and it is, in fact, an assassination contract. Has 2 names on it, and 2 pictures. One is a picture of you with your name. The other is a picture of your sister, and it has
Is
a
it a
red
good
slash
likeness?
through it.
Well, that's not good.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know what your sister's name is because it doesn't say it on the character sheet, but
She's
It's-
fucking dead, so.
it's written on this contract.
Alright.
Wait, you have a dead sister? I don't think I knew that.
Well, I'm not gonna bother coming up with a name now. She's fucking dead.
Her name is Eldove.
Bong.
There, do we feel bad for spending banana on that now?
Yes.
You fucking killed my sister?
No, I said it was on a player character. He added the sister part.
I'm gonna blame Brick then. I'm not gonna call that one on you.
I did. Well, I had to complicate that because the banana is basically, oh, one of the assassins wants to kill one of the PCs. Like, we already knew that.
Well,
yeah.
assassins aren't, they're paid by people, so that means somebody else wants to kill one of the PCs.
Very much
Yeah.
so. And Eldove has lots of business dealings throughout the world, and he's
Whatever.
probably made some enemies.
Whatever, she's a fireblood. She'll come back if I cast Raise Dead on her.
Here's the problem, Eldove. Is she was the last living member of your family.
Hmm.
So now your house back in Dunfoss will be in disarray.
Yeah, that's a mess.
Something awful is happening in Dunfoss currently.
And also, I told the fucking prince to look after her, and this is what he fucking does.
Well, he's
God
the one who
damn
took
it.
out the contract. What did you think happened?
Oh, snap.
No, he
He,
didn't.
he
That would have
took
been
care
awful.
of her.
He took care of her
She was
already.
taken care of.
I'm gonna flip this assassin over. Do I recognize him?
It's just a nameless, faceless assassin.
So it's not someone from
Oh
town.
my god, what is
Generic
this?
human. You don't recognize him as anybody from town.
We've got Vinebots now.
And this process continues as you search the rest of the bodies. None of the other ones had contracts, but you don't recognize any of the faces.
And the 2 behind the wall of fire, we don't find corpses, right?
Okay, hold on 1 second. We're gonna fix this spam bot issue. Alright.
How are you fixing the spam bot issue?
By moderating, by promoting PokeDude, because I see him in the chat. So now he can take care of it.
I love it how he just like conscripts people to do things.
That's how I determine who gets a mod in my chat, is when we need something moderated and nobody else is watching. So there you go, PokeDude,
Elisar's
take care
in
of
there.
it. Oh, well, then
Yeah,
Elisar is
Elisar-
not doing a good job. I'm gonna demote him. No. Let's get back to the game. So what happens with this last surviving
this is
assassin? And at this
Like
point,
flashbacks
it's
to our IRC days.
getting very, very late into the night. Like, it's a couple hours from sunrise. Like, when you guys take a long rest, you'll be sleeping into afternoon at this point.
That's probably okay. And actually, I'm doing in okay shape now that my poison is healed, so
What
I
day
can
is
take
it?
a.
Tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow morning, you have to give a sermon. In fact, you have to give a sermon in like 5 hours.
I think if I drink like a pot of coffee and just gun it, man.
I didn't
After I
think
get
of that
my,
till just now.
After I get my poison healed,
That's why
I
I asked
join
what day it was.
I joined the party with this guy.
Okay. I mean, he's
Khalil
unconscious.
would've
He
res-
is.
Khalil would have restrained him and then
Wrist him.
sword. Yeah.
Does anybody think to stabilize his wounds?
Khalil, don't do that.
Okay. Well, he failed
No,
2
we-
death saves just now.
We want
So-
we want him to. I mean, we want him to be alive. So yes, let's stabilize his wounds.
Okay, that's fine. And you managed to get him stabilized, so he's no longer bleeding out. But again, you don't recognize him. It's just he's an assassin. He was wearing this dark cloak. He has
Does he have anything interesting on him? Like
carrying a
another
sh-
assess.
carrying a short sword. He's carrying a light crossbow. I'm sorry, a hand crossbow.
Pat this guy
And
down.
that's it. He's got nothing else.
I'd say we
See-
take him back to the boat.
Is there any like insignia on his clothes anywhere?
Nowhere.
Is he awake?
He's unconscious.
Eldove kicks him.
And he takes a point of damage and fails a death save. Now he's dead. No, I mean, in order to wake him up, you gotta heal him. You gotta give him hit points back. He's unconscious for as long as he's at 0.
Oh, he's unconscious due to damage?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Orphan
Can we-
dropped
can we-
him to 0
Can
hit
we
points
drag
and
his
decided not to kill him.
unconscious ass back
Yeah,
to the
Orphan
boat and
dropped
let
him
him
with the
sleep
dive
it off?
kick.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
what?
that's the plan.
Take him back to the boat?
If we drag him back to the boat unconscious, will he rest and then wake up tomorrow morning and be able to talk?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he'll wake up. Whether or not he'll be able to talk.
Is he gonna fail death saves while we're dragging him?
No, they stabilized him.
Okay.
So he's
Stabilized.
fine
Fred
now.
just unconscious.
Fred or Arik can throw a weak healing spell on him too. You want to talk to him?
Well, I was thinking we don't want him to be awake while we drag him through town. I was thinking
Right.
unconscious is good.
Yeah, no. I mean, once we get back to the boat.
Yeah, okay, that'll work.
And you get back to the boat, and as you're getting out there, the sun is just starting to rise beyond the horizon, which means the fishermen will be out very shortly to get their boats and go out for the day's catch. Where do you take them on the boat?
I'm gonna tell Swint to get what's the guy with the one hand's
Ka.
name? Ka. I'm gonna tell Swint to move Ka into the alchemy lab for now, and we're gonna bring him into the brig.
Who the fuck is Ka?
He's
the
the guy
Sandcloak
who's
assassin.
translating the stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
this-
that guy.
the
That's
Sandcloak.
right.
So
The guy that Khalil is totally gonna kill once he's outlived his usefulness.
I completely
Everybody-
forgot to cut his hand off. That was fun.
everybody can make a whiz 10 right now.
Whiz 10.
And
Whiz 10.
somebody needs to pass this, or else it's gonna get real funny up in here.
Well, it's not
Nope.
gonna be Orphan.
A whiz 10 on the nose.
20.
Eric,
Khalil
Tarin
now.
orders the Sandcloak assassin Ka, who has been translated Gendring's book, to be taken into the alchemy lab, but he does not order anybody to set a guard. This is right away. You notice this as Tarin is going about
Who's
his
going to
business
guard?
moving.
Who is going to guard this guy?
Oh, Swint, assign a marine at all times to be at the entrance to the lowest level.
Let me get the ship out here because I want to be very clear about what's happening. Because Destil gave me permission to screw him over.
About my pact. I mean, you didn't need permission to screw me over any other way. Just look at poor Eldove's sister.
I just like to do it.
Just so sexy.
Eldove. Well, who has the sending stone right now? That you've been communicating with Prince Humberth.
I do.
You do. You have not received... I mean, you've been in daily contact with Humberth, and you have not received any word that anything's happened to your sister. Last time you talked to him was yesterday morning, and you didn't receive any word, and that was less than 24 hours ago. And you're several, probably weeks travel over land from Dunfoss.
How does magic work? Does it recharge on, like, at midnight, or...?
The sending stone recharges every day at dawn.
Alright, is it
So-
going?
So just to be clear, we have room 18 here is the alchemy lab, yes?
Yes.
So you're going to put Ka in this room, yes?
Yes. And I'll have someone guarding the stairs up to the next level.
But you don't
Wait,
have
hold
anybody...
on for a second, though.
Where
Our alchemy lab is not a place where we want.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
asking.
like-
You have a guard set at the door, but do you have anybody in the room
Probably should have a
supervising
guard
him?
in the lab.
Not to
Okay.
mention, we have no idea where what's his name and the dragon powder completely vanished to.
I'm going to take
Yeah.
care of that as soon as I get
Why
spells
are we
back,
putting him in the alchemy lab in the first place?
Because I
Yeah.
need to use the brig as a brig.
Why don't we put him anywhere else on the ship?
Like,
Because
literally
the-
anywhere.
Like the church, maybe? That's a nice quiet place with nothing
Okay.
explodey in it.
The chapel door does not lock.
Church?
You can witness to him. Convert this poor soul.
Alright, how about this? Let's leave Ka where he is, and we'll put this assassin in the church.
Okay, but
Because
just
he's not conscious yet.
your chapel door does not lock. That's okay.
Right, we'll keep a guard on him.
Keep a guard
We'll
on
tie
him.
up.
Okay.
We've got mandacles, right?
Yeah.
And Swent offers to take the first guard. He stands outside the door. You guys take him into the church.
Do we need, and I'll say this to everybody, do we need to do anything immediately today?
I could use some rest.
Eric does.
I could use a nap, but, I mean...
I have a sermon to give in a few hours.
Oh. Eldove, can you help him out with that?
No.
Eldove has a message to send.
If you want to wait an hour, Eldove, I can give you an 8-hour conversation with anyone. Oh, we'd have to wait till night. Well, tonight, if you need, I can give you an 8-hour conversation with anyone who actually sleeps. So no elves, sorry.
Brick Road?
I'm only a half-elf, I can sleep.
Yeah. No, I mean, you can't use the spell to contact elves.
Oh.
He doesn't know any elves to contact. So.
I don't know any elves.
Rickard, what is the status of my other contacts in town?
Nobody knows. Nobody's checked up on them. Well, that's not true.
Guys.
They went out octopus hunting with Block, the half-orc.
I watched the end of that VOD, so
And
I saw that they...
That was the end of Block, as far as anybody knows. He took that ink sack and left town.
Yeah, he left town. I'm not worried about him.
The other guy was what? The hat maker?
The rope maker, Karn.
The rope maker, Karn.
Who was crazy and wanted me to break into the church, but it sounds like these chuckle fucks already did.
Now, Orphan broke into the church, but she didn't do...
We didn't get anything you wanted.
Yeah, they didn't do any in-depth searching. It was not a thorough examination of the church. They just kind of broke in, oh shit, we got caught. Now what? And they managed to get out of the situation. Orphan went back the next day and talked the guy into taking the full tour. And that's when she noticed the wheels on the wall.
Okay. And Karn, if I remember correctly, he wanted me to check on Harper looking for evidence that he took something from the guild.
No, Karn wants you to break in the church and actually steal these enchanted platinum bars back from Harper.
That he says is there. I mean, I don't know for a fact that those are even there, but yeah.
Okay.
Right.
But it's about to be daytime, so that's a bad time to
Sun's
break
coming
into
up
the
right
church.
now. You guys have this last assassin. You've got him in the church. You've got him restrained with manacles.
Does anyone want to try to interrogate this guy?
Do we want to talk to him now, or wait for him to wake up? Any opinions?
What time is it
Eldove.
going to be if we take a long rest?
I again object about holding
Let's
him
see.
in my church.
I mean, the
Early
other option would be
afternoon.
the treasure room.
If you take a long rest, it'll be early afternoon by the time you guys wake up.
We had a lot of explosives in the treasure room.
If you honestly object, Arik, we can put him in the treasure room. That's not a problem for me.
I mean,
That's what I'm
he's gonna
saying.
be tied up wherever we put him.
We've got a lot of magical weaponry in the treasure room.
No, no.
Wait.
Now I gotta open up and see what all you guys have in the treasure room.
I'm confused. Why are we not putting him in the brig and putting the guy who's just transcribing somewhere else? Do you object to having him in the church?
I object to
I
having
don't
anyone we're holding prisoner in a holy place.
I don't
Well, we're not holding
necessarily
the magic
trust
prisoner. We
Ka
just don't trust him.
not to, not
And
to
as long
make
as
up.
you don't do anything horrific in the church, I guess it's okay.
Is there any
Yeah,
reason
hey,
Ka can't
don't
work at a
torture
table?
him.
Is there any reason Ka just can't work at a table in 17? I know it's mostly storage, but
No reason at all, except he was your prisoner and you guys wanted him in the brig.
right.
The brig
can we-
isn't inhumane anymore. There's a cot and a table and whatnot in there for him.
Way
Right.
more of an appropriate
What
place
I'm
for
saying
people.
is, can we not put his table in 17 and put a guard at this door and one at the top of the stairs?
I don't know how long we're gonna have this assassin. I'm honestly leaning towards handing him over to the authorities as soon as we get what we can out of him.
Oh, you're not going to do that. That's not happening.
So, after about an hour of discussing and coming to no decision, the assassin does start to come around a little bit. And he notices he's in chains, he starts to kind of strain against them, but he is very badly injured. Orphan
Zook,
broke something
make sure
in
he
him.
can't. Make sure he can't, slip his way out of those chains.
Who's in the room with him right now?
Tarin.
Eldove.
Duke, I think we're all there.
Khalil would have
I'm
his
not.
blade drawn in at his neck. At that
Duke has
point.
an arrow trained at his left eye.
And when he sees
Not
the weapons
in my
drawn on him,
church, please.
when he sees the weapons drawn on him, he stops straining and he just sneers at you. And he says, "Go ahead then, do it."
Hello?
Okay?
Information first.
He opens his mouth, and he makes a show of sticking his tongue out, and then putting his teeth on it. And he's looking straight at Khalil.
Well, that seems like a poor choice, considering we have someone who can speak into your mind, but go ahead, champ.
Yeah.
Eldove says this.
I was just
Yeah.
thinking that. I was just thinking
Go
the same
ahead,
thing.
champ. I love that.
Captain, you want? Captain,
At this, he
you
gets
want
a-
To reinforce this, we'll make an intimidation check saying over the mind, like, I mean, I'm sure you might drown on your own blood if you're lucky.
Okay, go ahead and make the roll.
Intimidate. It's still actually going to be a plus 9, 13.
He gets like a disgusted look on his face when it's mentioned he could talk into your mind. He draws his tongue back into his mouth.
I said that into his mind.
I know, but he's also
Okay.
responding to what Eldove said out loud.
Yeah.
And he nods, and he says, alright, do your worst. So can't tell you nothing, because I don't know nothing.
Who gives you orders?
He stays silent. He stands mute.
I think it's time to mindfuck him.
Man, I have Zone of Truth, and I didn't take it.
Well, after you give your sermon, you can get an 8-hour sleep, and then come back and cast Zone of Truth.
Yeah.
Actually,
You have
Fred,
to hang on to this guy.
do you say that out loud? Because Fred has Zone of Truth, if you would like for him to cast it.
Oh,
Wait.
fuck yeah. How does
Yeah,
Zone
why
of
not?
Truth work?
Alright.
I mean, it's not gonna make him. It just means he can't lie. He can still avoid answering.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fred does the incantation, creates the Zone of Truth.
What's the save DC?
What's that? I don't think there
What's
is
the
a
save
save
DC?
I don't think there is a save DC, actually.
Yeah, there is.
So I don't think we had anybody roll... Oh, charisma saving throw. His charisma
saving
sucks. And he rolled a 2, so you've got him locked down in the Zone of Truth.
Well, I'm saying for Tarin because Tarin can't lie while he's in the area. So I got a 16 on the save.
Okay, save DC is a 15.
Okay.
Oh, so Tara can lie. Nice.
And he stands mute at the end of the last question. Fred
Go
casts the
ahead and
spell.
roll that too.
And Fred's aware of people who save against it, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Zook can't lie right now either, so don't put him in a bad position. In fact, I think Zook's gonna actually just step out of the room. He's gonna say, "You guys have this," because.
And what happens next?
I'm rolling my Zone of Truth DC.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I should do that too, but I'm not going to lie about anything.
I pass.
If you're not planning to lie about anything, no bother. Alright, Zone of Truth is up.
Is Zone of Truth a range spell? How does that work?
It's
Like a
ranged. It's
20-foot radius or
yeah,
something?
this whole
Alright.
chapel is in the Zone of Truth now.
Zook is going to step just out of the range, and then still be in range of mind linking, or just shouting if he has to.
Okay. You hear Swent start sobbing outside the door and says, I admit it, I like wearing women's underwear!
Hey, man, to each his own.
Alright, you got this guy in the Zone of Truth. Now what?
I'm trying to
I mean, this is
figure out
really...
what this spell says.
I mean, this is really Eldove and Khalil's... Eldove for personal reasons, Khalil because it's sort of his thing, show that Tarin's gonna...
Well, this is not the guy that had the contract on him and his sister.
Right, but... I got the impression from Eldove. Did you share that, by the way, Eldove?
Yes.
Okay. I got the feeling that that's why Eldove gave me such a cold response when I said he'd be turned over to the authorities.
That would be the reason, yes.
So what happens now?
Eldove,
This, you guys are the ones who want to question this guy, so...
Eldove takes out the piece of paper and he says, what do you know about this?
He looks at the piece of paper, looks back up at you, then spits on it. Says nothing.
He ain't gonna talk, then...
Eldove casts Prestidigitation to clean the piece of paper. And then he says, do you feel that circle we're standing in? While each of us is standing in it, none of us can lie. And I'd like to tell you something pretty interesting while we're telling the truth. If you spit at this piece of paper one more time, I'm just going to start using that little fire spell you might have noticed me casting before.
Not in my church, please.
We'll take you up on deck and see how many times we can kill and revive you before you talk.
He leans forward towards Eldove as far as his restraints will allow, and as he does, he slides his skin along the side of Khalil's sword and visibly cuts himself. He's got his eyes locked on you, Eldove, the whole time. He says, I don't believe you've got the stones for it.
No!
I'll pull my sword back, grab him by the friggin' collar of his shirt, start dragging him upstairs.
You can't, he's restrained. He's tied down to something in here. Probably the statue, because that's the only thing in here to tie him to.
That's the pews.
He's got tied to the pew. They're not, I'm assuming the pews are not connected to the floor, though. Well, I guess they would
I'm
have to be
sure
on
they're
a
not.
swaying
On a
ship.
They'd probably have to be.
They'd be nailed down. So yeah, You can't drag him anywhere without releasing the rope.
But you pulled your sword out?
He had his sword out the whole time.
Yeah.
This
Eldove
guy
puts his hand. Eldove puts his hand on the sword and casts Firebolt, heating the sword.
Is that how that works?
I can light flammable objects, so I have to assume it gives off heat.
It does, but the sword's not flammable. The sword's made of metal.
Okay,
I mean, you can make a show of it. You can make the metal glow for a few moments, but I think you can do that with thaumaturgy or prestidigitation too.
So Zook
Like if you're just looking to intimidate the guy.
Zook pulls out the green vial
Okay.
and shows it to him and says, "Do you know what this is?
He nods. He says, "I do."
Do you know what it feels like to have this course through your veins slowly over the next 24 hours?"
He nods again. He says, "I do."
Does
No, he does not look scared of you guys at all.
So what's your exit plan? What was in all this assassination business for you? Money, power, nice retirement place somewhere out in the Isle of Brax?
He looks at you and does not respond.
Gotta try a what's it called? Persuasion check.
If you want.
I have a feeling you're not going to persuade this guy.
Probably not,
No.
but that would be a 24.
And he still stands mute. You ask
Yeah.
him what he's getting out of it, and he does not tell you anything.
He's not talking.
Tarin will
He's
sigh.
useless to us.
I mean, Eldove, at this point, I don't know anything better than to turn him over to the guards.
It's too
Why don't
good
we just
for him.
keep him on? Why don't we just keep him on the ship for a couple of weeks? Give him nightmares every night until he talks.
I don't know that he's going to talk. I mean, and also it would be a bit of a pain to secure this. This is over the Mind Link. It would be a bit of a pain to get the ship properly secured. I can do it if that's really what you want. I don't particularly enjoy keeping prisoners on the ship, but I don't particularly enjoy most of what I seem to do these days.
Keeping prisoners on the ship is old hat for us.
I said, well, either way, if he had anything to do with murdering my sister, we're bringing him back to Dunfoss to stand trial.
All right. Did you say that out loud?
Yeah.
And when you
Arnold
say that
Frog.
out loud, the assassin responds, "I told you, I don't know anything about that."
No, he didn't tell me that. He just spat at it.
No, when you first brought him into the room, he says, "I can't tell you anything because I don't know anything." And then Fred cast the Zone of Truth. And you just now
okay.
said out loud if he's going to stand trial, and then he responded to that. He says, "I don't know anything about that."
So who gives you orders?
And he doesn't
What
answer
do you-
that question.
Yep.
All right.
We don't have
check.
any kind
Hey,
like.
strength check. I'm going to start just tweaking his arm. We're going.
You'll
I don't-
probably just cause him to pass out, given the shape he's in right now.
When you
It's fine.
take hold of his arm and start tweaking it, you notice it's already broken, and blinding pain shoots through his body. Orphan kicked this guy back over a sharp rock.
Yeah.
Like, he's already very badly wounded. And after a few minutes, he passes out from the pain.
Heal him up. We can do this all day.
I'm not
so
going to
sure
heal
that-
him.
Yeah,
if
I'm
you're
not
just
so
going
sure
to
that we
fucking
want to
torture
just
him.
do this all day. It's not going to get anything. I can try working on his mind a little bit tonight, if that's really where we want to go with this. But for right now, I think we're done. Let's have him prepare the brig for proper brig, and we'll just give... I don't know. I can't actually trust this fucker down there with Kaw, because for all I know, he could kill Kaw with his bare hands.
The state that
We're gonna
he's
have to
in
keep
right
watch on
now,
them.
the state that he's in right now with his broken bones and whatnot, pretty sure he can't be. He won't be killing anybody with his bare hands.
Okay. I'm still going to keep he's a skilled assassin. I'm still going to keep a guard inside the room at all times. As
Yeah,
long
I
as he's in there.
say, I say we
Okay.
lock him, we chain him and lock him in the brig.
Let's
Return
tend to
him
his
brig
wounds,
status.
but not with magic. Set the bone.
Okay.
Eldove goes into the treasure room and casts what's the name of it? Gentle Repose on the assassin he brought back.
You brought back one of the dead assassins?
The one I found the paper on.
Oh, okay, yeah. You cast Gentle Repose on him. And
Is there still a dead baby dragon in there?
Yes.
yes, it's been Eric's job to cast Gentle Repose on it. And I guess nobody's done it for a couple days now.
Nope.
Eldove's been doing it every 10 days.
Okay.
So now we've got 2 corpses in our treasure room.
Do you want to add that to the treasure sheet? assassin corpse?
Well, I'm planning on speaking with dead. You know speak with dead, don't you?
Who are you asking?
Our cleric.
Eric.
I don't have the spell, Daddy.
Right.
But you can learn it. That's why I cast General Pose.
You can prepare it next time you pray for spells. That's not going to be till later this afternoon, though.
Yeah.
At the earliest.
Well, he's
Eldove,
dead. There's not a time
use
table on
enhanced
that.
ability to help our friend out here with his sermon so he doesn't get too tongue-tied?
Okay.
Well, yeah, if he's gonna help me out with my sister, I don't see any reason why not. Just warn me before you're gonna go, because it only lasts for an hour.
That's about
All
how
right.
long. That's about how long a church sermon or church service lasts.
Oh, not a service to Osprey. It's an all-day affair.
Oh wow.
Then he has to lead a parade, and...
Tell me
the
when you
sea.
need to be
one said
particularly
anything about a
persuasive.
parade. No one said anything
And
about a
after
parade.
Tarin, having given orders to the crew to keep them under watch at all times, treat their wounds non-magically, and keep him bound in the back but not uncomfortably, will go to his room to rest for an hour. I'm just going to spend some hit dice. I don't need a long rest.
Okay. Is anybody taking a long rest right now?
I can't.
I assume as soon as Orphan got back to the ship, she didn't participate in any of that. She went straight to bed.
Okay. So she's already taking a long rest?
Yes.
So Orphan does not take a morning action. You will not take an action until the afternoon.
I think Zook is going to take an hour just to get his HPs back up.
Okay.
He'll be short of a lucky throw, but he'll be all right without a long rest, I think.
Okay.
It's 25 words, so I'm gonna assume this doesn't take an entire morning. But I'm gonna send a message to the prince about taking a cleric over to check on my sister, because I intercepted any message from assassins.
Okay. And a few moments after you send the message, the return comes, and he says that he'll do it.
I want to cast Sending to Evander, and I'm going to say, looks like you were taken without your will. Reply 24 more words or less.
Okay.
Do I get a response?
Morning actions, Nick.
I don't get one.
That's right, you don't get one. Eric.
I'm assuming I have to go give a sermon.
You don't have to, you can flake.
No, I'm giving a sermon.
It's
Okay.
totally an option.
So Eric, move yourself to the church. Khalil.
Khalil will probably collapse in a pile of exhaustion on the ship.
Okay, so Khalil's gonna take a long rest.
Yeah.
Zook, you're resting for an hour, then doing what?
I'm gonna go check. Even though I think he's probably worthless, I feel compelled to go check on my rope making guild buddy.
Okay, so go ahead and I forget. Well, let me look up what house that is, because I actually have the list of every single friggin' NPC in town. Here.
42?
Hats.
It is 42.
42?
Wow, you have good notes.
No, it's
So, yeah.
just my head.
42 is right here.
The answer to the life universe and the universe and everything.
Are you going to do that? You're taking a short rest first, right?
I took a short rest to heal up, and then I'm going to 42.
Tarin will go with you if you want. He's also taking a short rest first to just spend some hit dice.
Tarin's
Oh, are
also
you
going to
going?
the rope maker.
Yeah,
Rope maker.
assuming you want someone to come with you. I'm a little paranoid about people wandering around
Come with
alone.
me, but don't come in.
And
Okay.
Eldove is going to the church to cast.
Enhance ability.
Okay, so go ahead and move yourself to the church.
And tell me, I'm gonna do it as many times as required. So how long is this gonna take?
No, one cast will do it. I mean, the servant will be about an hour.
All right.
So let's go. Let's start with the church. Number
Alright.
3. Eldove's right now is just pissing into the lake.
Well, I mean, it seemed like that's where the sermon is, right? It's
No,
house
the
from.
sermon's at the church.
It's we're in
So-
the church.
You cast the spell, and what ability are you enhancing?
His charisma.
Okay. Eric, would you like to give your sermon?
Yeah, well, what I'm imagining in my head is that he's like maybe a few minutes late or whatever, and he hasn't had time to change, and he has time to like clean himself up.
Eldove cast prestidigitation to clean you.
No, I mean, you've got plenty of time to get there and change into your vestments and everything. Like, you're not going to be late. You got back to the ship a little bit after, like, sunrise. The fishermen had just gone out to the lake. And you got a couple of hours still to prepare.
I'm gonna be AFK for like 20 seconds here.
Alright,
That
well,
doesn't stop
in
Eldove
that
from
case-
casting Prestidigitation and killing you.
Here's in order to give a really good sermon, you need to make 2 checks:
Okay.
a performance check and a religion check.
Well,
This will be hilarious.
let me tell you what's going through his head first, because he's very
GLWG,
tired.
man.
He's very exhausted. He's mad at this church because they're all caught up in this weird assassination guild thing. He's upset that he can't trust the church, that it's making him doubt things. So he's kind of pissed off.
Okay.
Ooh, we're gonna get fire and brimstone.
And
this
he's going to
time.
be, he's going to be less cleric-y and more of the sailor he used to be.
Okay.
So he's basically going to go up to the pulpit, look at what he's written down, and just sort of throw it to the side,
Okay.
and just sort of start ranting off the top of his head about what it means to be a holy man and a holy cleric, and what it means to be the people, and what it does to the populace when they can't trust the church or they can't trust the holy people, and just go on and on about how it is the duty of the servants of a god, specifically Osprem, to help and enrich the lives of people, not their pockets, not their coffers, not to try to do anything that would be bad for the populace at large.
Eldove enjoys this sermon very much. It is very entertaining.
Alright,
Someone
so-
stands up in the back of the church, calls you on your bullshit, and says, "I saw him sell a small child a line as a hop string last night."
Oh shit, we forgot about the kid.
No, nothing happens. So I need a performance check
Alright, performance.
just to see how and make what you have a bonus to your charisma, right? What kind of bonus does he have?
No, he makes it an advantage.
Makes it advantage. Okay, so let's do the
Okay.
performance check first. This is to determine just how riveting the sermon is.
The orange one is the advantage die, just so we know if I actually helped or not. Nope.
This one is 12, so 12.
So 12, okay. I want you to make me a religion check because you're talking about how important it is to be a holy man. I want to see how many points you get on that note.
That's
Religion's
not an
that's not
advantage.
advantaged.
Oh.
Religion is wisdom, not charisma.
So then,
You had the 13.
Well,
The orange one was the advantage die, so that was a 13.
yeah, orange one was advantage.
Plus 0. The only priest I've ever seen with plus 0 religion. Now I want you to make a persuasion check. Because you're trying to make a point with the sermon. You're trying to make an actual point.
alright.
This one is an advantage.
Yes, this one's advantage. That's charisma. And this is a skill he actually has trained, so... Huh.
Really?
Hey, I helped one.
Really? Really? Really?
Those are really
Really?
good. That
Hey,
is
with
the
me
best
that would
roll.
still be a 13, so what do you got?
8.
That's not gonna do it.
You managed to stay on point through the sermon, but like your anger shows through a little bit, and you see like confusion on the faces. Harper, the high priest, sitting in the front row, just has this big grin on his face the whole time. Like you're not even sure he's hearing anything you're saying.
Yeah.
Basil and Harmon are sitting next to him, and you see on Harmon's face a little bit of like he's taken aback slightly. Like where exactly is he going with this?
Like,
So-
you got hyped up all week about, oh, this is going to be the greatest sermon in the universe, and then suddenly this guy is bitching about, like, politics.
That was Basil. Basil's the one who arranged the sermon. He's the one who spoke to. Harmon is the one that's more guarded. Basil's the one who is more open. And then the sermon ends, and they go through the rituals of Osprey. I don't know if they do a communion or anything. They all suck on a fishbone or something ridiculous, but...
Whatever. He's so beyond this shit.
And Harmon thanks you very kindly for your time. He says, I was led to believe that the sermon was going to be more about your adventures afar and converting the barbarians of the desert to the words of Osprem.
I am so glad Khalil's not there for that.
Yeah, me too.
He says, well, what prompted the change?
You got a couple more minutes to be persuasive, man. This is your chance.